Sounds good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Virtual Scuff. It is I, ReiMix, aka Reivika, and I am joined by Al and Ho. You guys should introduce yourselves.
Oh my god.
All right, Al, as you have just garnered the attention, why don't you introduce yourself?
It is I, BeiBei.
Uh-huh.
That is all.
The gremlin in the corner.
Yes.
And where do you stream? You know.
I stream in your mom's bedroom. Nah, I stream on Twitch. And occasionally upload TikToks. Rarely, but
Pause.
it's all heat.
Let me search this up. Honeyworks. There we go. This is Honeyworks. We should start with this. I should have an opening slide. Boom. This will be the opening slide. I realized I didn't have a title slide. I'm like, what the fuck? Sounds good. Ahem. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Fall009. I stream on Twitch and haven't uploaded anything on any other site in like 3 months. Back to you, Ray.
Real.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I am Ray. I am the host of this week's episode. And today I will be doing a full lore deep dive of the Honeyworks cinematic universe. And I'm like barely kidding when I say cinematic universe. So I shall begin. I shall ask both of you esteemed gentlemen, do you guys know what Honeyworks is?
I know Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, kind of. It's like
Okay.
music.
That is correct. All right. You guys, I'm sure you guys have actually listened to a few Honeyworks music. You know Fansa? Watashi ma da da mata. You know that song? Right. That one was pretty popular in the VTuber sphere. The other one was Kawakute Gomen, right? Kawakute Gomen da da da
Yeah,
da
that one
da
I
da
know.
da 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 choo. Right, that one.
Yeah.
That was Honeyworks as well. All right. So let's get started. So Honeyworks. Here we go. All right. So Honeyworks is effectively a 3-person band, right? Sometimes they have guests, right? It is Shito, Yamako, and Gom. All right. Shito and Gom are the ones that produce the music, and Yamako is the one that does all of the art for does most of the art for the music videos that they always make along with the music that they make, right? A common thing that they do is they actually partner with Chico with Honeyworks, right? Chico's an artist, and so they've created like a group kind of called Chico with Honeyworks. However, recently they mentioned they'll be going on a hiatus so Chico can like do her own thing, right? As a solo artist, right? So yep, and it's just left to right. So Shito's the black-haired, Yamako's the middle, and Gom is the one on the right, right? So, by the end of the presentation, this will make sense to you. All right, this will make sense to you. All right, all of these things will make sense. All right.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
So let us begin. Yes, I hope so at least. So let us begin. So pretty much, number one, Honeyworks has like 75 currently 75 music videos, 8 light novel series, 2 webtoons, and like I'm pretty sure like a weekly manga panel that like existed for like a year.
No, fuck.
All right. So, and all of them are in just this one big universe called the Confession Executive Committee. All right. Now, the Confession Executive Committee is split into 2 series. All right. There's the Love series and the Idol series. Right. It's not alternate timelines. They're just in one big universe. Okay. The Love series is pretty much typical like teenage romance. You know, confessions, all that stuff, rom-com, all that stuff. Right. Idol series leans a lot less into romance, and it's more about like journeys of idols that are in this universe, right? So it's more about like idol culture, idol life, all that stuff, right? So then, we shall start with the Love series because that's what it originally started with. Idol series happened like a little later. It started branching off a little later. So, we have our 6 characters, all right? Can you guys see my mouse, by the way? Yes, you can. Sweet.
Yeah.
So we got Yu Satoguchi, Natsuki Enomoto, Haruki Serizawa, Mio Aida, Akari Hayasaka, and Sota Mochizuki. I'm not going to remember those names. I'm going to be calling them Blondie, Brown Girl, Purple Hair, Beta.
Beta.
You'll understand why I'll call him Beta.
I don't know if
Fucking
bro can say
bitch.
what
Yeah,
he
sorry.
said.
You got
I
me.
love him. Okay. So pretty much, just for some background info, the boys, they're all part of one big friend group, right? The boys are part of the film club, and the girls are part of an art club, all right, in their respective high school. All right, so we'll start with the first couple, all right? You have Yu Satoguchi and Natsuki Enomoto, all right? The two big music videos I've listened to when I first heard them was Confession Rehearsal and Diagnosis Love Sickness, all right? So
These all look like
Pretty much.
shoujo fucking mangas. Just art style.
yes, that is correct. That's correct. Especially in the early days. Like these, this is like, how old? I think it's been like 8 years now, right? So it's pretty old. 11
Damn.
years maybe? I don't remember actually. It's a
It
very old
looks
series.
like a early 2000 like
yeah.
shoujo manga like art style. Very.
Yeah, it's really good. I think definitely in the beginning it starts off very shoujo, right? Actually, kind of stays shoujo honestly. But anyways, so pretty much through these two music videos, I think they also talk about the story in like a light novel, and also they have an anime called "I've Always Liked You." All right, pretty much it tells the story. Pretty much Natsuki and Yu, right? They're two childhood best friends, right? And pretty much both of them like each other. Natsuki a little more obvious than Yu, right? Pretty much Natsuki pulls him aside one day at the end of school and confesses to him, right? However, she pussies out, all right? And then she's like, haha, just kidding. It was a joke, haha, right? Because she couldn't take the pressure, right?
It's a mood.
And then pretty much she just said, it's like, haha, it's like I'm practicing, like I'm using you as practice to confess to the one I really like, right? And then him was like, damn, right? But he just said, it's like, hey, I'm just saying your confession sucked. And she's like, all right, bitch, right? It's like, fine then. It's like, you're going to help me, like, practice, right? So what happened was every single day after that, Natsuki would, like, constantly confess to him, saying, I like you, I like you, I like you, I love you, let's date, right? All that stuff, right? And then every time he'd just be like, that confession was sucky, that one's too abrupt, right? So just all that stuff. It was just, like, a little thing that happened, right? Natsuki always being too afraid to, like, truly, truly reveal it and not say it was just a joke, right?
Sure.
However, by the end of the series, Natsuki one day, she like really like sat him down and like said it, right? And Yu was just like, hey, that was a really good confession, right? I think you're ready. Like, go ahead and confess to the person you really like, right? So he just like just wants her to be happy. And then he didn't realize like that was the legit one, right? And she panicked. So then eventually she said like, no, it's like this one. I'm really, really serious. I was lying this whole time, yada, yada. And so they get together. All right. That's the story of the first one. This spans across, I think, like 4 or 5 music videos. Right.
How many
so that's a
chapters
thing that
though?
happens. I have no clue. I haven't read the light novel.
Oh.
I don't like reading. I'm sorry. I like the music video.
Damn.
So now in this story, we'll talk about some side characters here. All right. This is Koyuki Ayase. All right. So Koyuki Ayase is another third year. Oh yes, they're third years, right? So
Is
he's
he
another
a
third year.
Guy or girl?
He's a guy, right? And that's actually something to mention, right? Like some people thought he was a girl, right? And then like he just looked lame, right? All that stuff, right? And he was very self-conscious about it. But Natsuki, right? She was always kind to him about it, right? So, it's just a thing that happened, right? Also, Hoa, I feel like we're like blocking like the bottom of
I
the
don't
screen.
care. It's called Scuff for a reason.
That's right. We keep going. They'll know they'll know the
can
names
move out
by
of the
like
way.
pure context. So pretty
Word.
much he likes her, right? And he has a full makeover, right? This is
Stop moving now.
This is nerd beta male Koyuki Ayase. This is Chadicus. Oh, glasses off. I'm secretly hot. All right, anime character. Okay,
Stop moving
but
now.
he, so
Can't
he was
stand
planning
still.
to confess, but the actual Chad, he confessed and he saw it like firsthand, right? And he's just like, damn, it's like I lost, right? And that's what it is. Sad boy, right? He has like
side
1 or 2 music videos. The one I would say that's like the big one was Confession Rival Declaration, right? Da, 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 da. By the way, in the beginning also, they were originally Vocaloid, but they started hiring some singers to sing their stuff, which is pretty cool.
Are you drunk?
All right, the other one that got absolutely shitted on is Yamamoto Kodai, all right?
God
with the
damn,
music
he has
video,
a
The View
fucking
from a
bowl
Lens.
cut.
Yeah. He is, yeah. Yeah, he knew, yeah, people with bowl cuts never win. I don't know what he was thinking. So just in his video, I believe he's a first year, and he also liked her, right? But once again, now she has a boyfriend, and now he
No
lost. And he's
chance.
just thankful for them. Exactly. He's a first year. It's more of like a looking up to a senpai moment, right? So, you know, he has also been rejected and is now single and lonely, all right? So let's move on to the second couple, all right? We got Haruki Serizawa and Mio Aida, all right? They also have an anime called Our Love Has Always Been 10 Centimeters Apart, right? The two music videos I liked that really depicted it was First Love's Picture Book and Goodbye, Our Mutual Unrequited Love, all right? So the story between them is Haruki is the president of the film club, right? He's the one that's like genuinely passionate about music. They're also childhood friends, right? And they've always, I feel like they've always known they like each other, but they never really confronted it, right? And never really wanted to, right? So it was like a weird like middle point where they didn't really know what to do, like how to progress, right? And then Haruki gets accepted to a film school in the U.S., right? And so he flies away to the U.S. away from them. And both songs are honestly pretty sad because it's just about like they knew that they both liked each other, but they just never made that like extra 10 centimeter step, right? To like actually be together or like confess their feelings before he leaves, right? So it was like a little sad. So like that's what happened,
The
right?
chicken out.
And Haruki Serizawa actually gets, I think, like 2 or 3 music videos just like outlining his past as well, right? So we can go over that. So Haruki has a big brother named Chiaki, right? And Chiaki has a best friend, Saku Akechi, all right?
Why is the
Now Chiaki died of
for-
ligma.
Okay.
Chiaki died of ligma, all right? And that hurt Haruki a lot, right? And in the anime, there's like this whole moment where Haruki has like a full identity crisis because Chiaki was originally the one that really liked film and just kind of imparted his passion to Haruki. Right? So Haruki had this whole thing where he's like, oh my God, is my dream my big brother's and I'm just like trying to do it for coping or something, whatever, right? And so that was the whole thing. But Haruki went to film school. He really enjoyed it, actually. But anyways, so Saku Akechi became a teacher at the high school for Haruki, right? And there's a whole music video about how he avoids Haruki because he reminds him too much of his best friend that died, right? But Haruki's annoyed because Saku, right? Like Saku was pretty much his second big brother, but once his like real big brother died, he started like avoiding him and just treating him like any other student as if they didn't have such like an amazing past together, right? And so he's like, dog, it's like what are you doing? Like why are you ignoring me? Like why are you ignoring like everything we've been through, right? And so that's like a whole thing. So that was a pretty fun music video. Now they're close, right? And all that stuff. So, oh yeah, that by the way, the music video about the teacher was called Detained Teacher, and the music video about Chiaki's death is Can You Hear Me? Right? So that's like a whole thing, right? And it's pretty sad, honestly. Like, yeah. Nah, he's dead. Remember, he died of ligma. Pay attention. Hey, pay attention.
Pay attention in the back.
Come on.
No.
Don't make me come over there.
All right, next is the other third couple. We have Akari Hayasaka and Sota Mochizuki, a.k.a. Beta Male. All right? So I'd just like to say all 6 of them were friends since first years. They're now third years, their final year of high school. All right? And Homie has liked her since first year. Right? So Homie has liked her for 3 years and hasn't done jack shit. All right? I would like to say that. All right? Like, they're not even close. Like, they're part of the same friend
the
group.
other 2 couples.
Well, hold up. They're like childhood best friends. They're already close. Homie like barely talked to her. Like he like never talked to her. Like genuinely, right? For like the 3 years they've known each other. It's like they're like friendly. Like they're part of the same friend group, but they're not like close really, right?
So he exists to be relatable.
Exactly. So pretty much,
God.
Sota, finally he gathers up his courage. He grows some balls, right? and then confesses to Akari, right? However, remember, they're not too close. So Akari initially rejects him, right? However, she understands just from like generally, it's like, hey, it's like he's a good person, right? So I want to get to know him better before like I really, really fully decide. But she does reject him, right?
I mean,
And
they're
pretty
probably
much,
supposed
I think
to be
it's
in a relationship.
yeah. Over the course of like I think like 5 music videos, right? Pretty much, she just tries to get him know him better. You know, they go out on a couple kind of like friend dates. Honestly, is the best way to put it, right? And then she ended up realizing like, hey, it's like this guy's really cool. I think I'm actually starting to like him, and they get together. All right. So this is what we're at right now. Okay, right? We got the 6 friend groups here, right? Each of them having their own date, and we have some people that have unrequited loves, kind of pointed out with like this red arrow with like the stripe things, unrequited love that have been rejected. All right. So far making sense, right? We're good. You're still with me. We're here.
Maybe.
Any review? Any questions?
Yeah, what's the box?
The box is going
has
to
a name?
represent friend groups, like groups. All right. It's like tight-knit groups. So, I mean, technically this guy's like a friend of hers, but I don't want to say it's like a friend group necessarily, right? It's just to help out with like understanding the connections, because it's not just going to be lines. It's going to be boxes of like groups, schools, idol teams, families, dogs, just the whole thing.
Oh.
What the dog doing?
So,
It sounds like we're
Are
going
you guys
to a
still with
different
me?
territory.
all right, then let's continue. So, next up, we have Chad, his little sister, Hina Setoguchi. All right. Now, Hina likes Blue Eyes White Dragon. All right. They're part of the gardening club together, right? And so she confesses to him. However, he has already been heartbroken. So this happens like a little after he's been rejected, right? Effectively, right? So he rejects her, right? And so there's a music video about her like her rejection, like falling in love and then being rejected. And honestly, this one's pretty wholesome because the big brother, it also like it highlights how like even though they don't get along really, right? When it really counts, like when she's hurt, he goes up to like cheer her up, right? Which is like really sweet, right? So that's the thing that happened, right? And another character we shall invite is actually her little brother, right? Who likes Hina, Kotaro Enomoto, all right? So pretty much this is in-law incest if you really think about it, right? Because his little sister likes, her little brother likes his little sister. So if they're dating, it's technically in-law incest, which makes it legal, all right? So continuing forward.
Okay.
Look, so pretty much, turns out he liked her this whole time, all right? So he liked her this whole time, and she was like really down on the dumps after being rejected, and he's like there to cheer her up, but then eventually he's like, hey, I like you too, right? And she initially gets flustered. She also initially rejects him too because like, hey, my heart's still healing, right? But as they get to know each other better, right, she does eventually fall in love with him. So now they are dating as well, all right? So we're here right now, okay? So 2 siblings, right? 2 of your siblings, they're now dating. And also I'd like to say, right, the yellow boxes,
confused.
all right, they were childhood friends, all right? So these guys grew up together along with the siblings, all right? And she originally liked him, right, on the red line because it's like unrequited love, all right? You're still with me, guys?
No.
Kiss in the
I'm
red
already
line, but
lost.
yeah.
So we got 6 friends here, right? All of them each loving each other with their own complicated stories. These 2 have siblings that also fell in love with each other, and there's just some side characters that have been rejected, right? That's pretty much where we're at right now.
What, you're gonna tell me next that those 2 side characters gonna have sibling that likes the other somehow?
No, because she has a friend that has her own romance story.
Who?
That guy holding a gun?
The purple girl.
Purple girl.
Has her own friend that has her own romance story in the community the
Why does
confession executive community.
He's holding a comb.
That's a comb. That's a comb. That's not a gun.
Sure.
All right. So this is Narumi Sena and Hamanaka Midori. All right. Pretty much, they would see each other in the train station, and like both of them caught each other's eyes, but they never had the confidence to say hi, right? And so in their song Friday's Good Mornings, they would constantly, like, it was said that both of them literally rehearsed saying good morning, like, to the mirror, so that they could prep up saying good morning to each other, but they always get cold feet, and they never do. So, like, they just, like, keep looking at each other, but, like, they can't, like, actually interact with each other. But eventually, Narumi Sena, the fucking goat that she is, she's my favorite character in this entire series, right? She makes the first move, all right? She's like, hey, it's like, it was raining. She's like, here's my umbrella. Just give it back to me later. Right? And that's how they start talking. All right? And so they start talking. They start exchanging lines. And eventually start dating. All right? Now, the biggest thing to note is actually Narumi Sena is an actor and model. Like a very pretty famous actor and model. Right? A pretty popular one. So she can't really date publicly. Right? Because, you know, Japanese fans like the way idol culture is.
Yes.
Right? So originally, they keep their dating a secret. All right? And this one's shown in like Wednesday's Promise and Sunday's Secret. Oh yeah, by the way, like the songs that relate to them, it's like it all relates to like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So there's like 7 songs about them, and like a little more past that, right?
What are you gonna tell me that the dude is gonna be like a famous hairstylist or something?
No, not really. He's just the lead singer of a rock band.
Oh.
So like
He
we
just
don't
cares
get
more
to it
about
too
his
much.
hair,
It's just a
clearly.
thing he does, and it's like a lot smaller. I wouldn't say like high school band, but like a little bigger than that. It's nothing huge, but that's a thing that he does. However, during one of those dates, right, someone takes a secret picture of them. All right. So, and then they pretty much spread it along. It's a scandal, right? In the song Thursday Scandal, pretty much Narumi Sena, as the Chad that she is, she pretty much goes out to public, and it's like, hey, I've seen these images spreading out online, and I like to say, yes, I am dating someone. However, like, I would appreciate if everybody respects his privacy. Like, I am a public figure, right? I'm out there. I don't mind you guys, like, already, like, impeding on my privacy, right? I was ready for this, but not him. Like, he's not in the public light, right? So, like, please leave him alone, and, like, if you can, right? So she's just a Chad, like, covering for her boy, right? Her mansies, right? So, yeah, she's pretty cool, right? And so we expand onto the timeline, right? You see, not timeline, the chart, okay?
This whole thing
So
is
she
gonna be filled.
is friends with Purple,
This thing is
all right?
a whole.
And now she is dating him, all right? That's just a little addition, all right?
Why does he look like me but with black hair?
Because it
You
is.
can't just say bang. It's like, oh my god, bangs, that's me.
What?
Yeah. Okay, and then everyone here is in the same school, right? I'm not going to outline schools. That's like its whole can of worms, all right? But anyways, let's continue forth. Now, we're going to get into these two guys' friend, all right?
Oh, I
So
thought you
these two
somehow
are in
were
a
gonna
trio
say-
friend group, all right? These two right here. These are the little bro and Bangs, Glass Bang, all right? So these two are in a trio friend group with Ken Shibasaki, all right? And Ken Shibasaki has his own romance story with Arisa Takamizawa, all right? Now, a big thing to note about Ken Shibasaki is he is a playboy. He is, like, flirting with every single girl he sees. He has a body count of infinity, right? He's just, like, he just, like, drops the girl for another girl and just keeps going like that, all right? And originally, he went for Arisa. He went for Arisa just for the challenge, because Arisa was literally the only person in the whole damn school who didn't fall for his riz. All right, and so he originally was just there to just try and gauge, like, oh, like, what's it gonna take for her to fall in love with me, right? And pretty much, she's really the girl that had his attention the longest because he tried so hard, right? And so he actually realized how much of a good person Arisa was. Right? He's just like, wow, it's like this girl's actually like a really cool person, right? And so he actually falls in love with her, legit, right? And then he confesses to her. However, she rejects him initially, all right? But then later on, as they get to know each other better, because he starts to like drop the like the Playboy act for her. Exactly. And she realizes it's like, hey, this guy's actually not really a bad person. Like, I don't like what he did, but like, you know, he's like starting to get up his act. And soon she confesses to him, and now they're dating.
Okay.
Alright.
But before we move on, I just want to say something. If you look at his hand, it looks so off.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. Yeah.
No,
This
no,
is like
just
the
the
anime
position for
TV.
it. No, just
Bro,
the
he
position.
Oh,
also
yeah, yeah.
like me. Wait, look at my hands though. He
It-
like me. His hands be
Yo.
weird. They just like me.
That's right.
But yeah, whoever
Also,
drew that
Arisa
hand just-
Takamizawa is like classic tsundere. I think you could tell with the pigtails.
Mhm. Well, yeah, those are pictures. I'm like, are they
Yeah,
canon?
those are pigtails.
They're actually twin tails.
Yeah,
You can tell because they're longer.
yeah, pigtail. I think they're short.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
actually.
short. Got it.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. Also,
Anyways.
wait, did I do it earlier? Yes. So, the two songs that are pretty good is Assertion to the Heart and Assertion to the Heart, Another Story, and Saucy Honey. By the way, for like multiple of these songs, there's another story, like a sequel to it. So, Assertion to the Heart is, I believe, Ken's view of him like approaching her and trying to confess to her. And Assertion to the Heart, Another Story is a separate song of Arisa's perspective. It's the same, sometimes it's the same melody, same instrumentation, just the same thing, except the lyrics. The lyrics are very different. It shows the different sides of the story, right?
Sure.
Which is pretty interesting, right? Anyways, next one. So, Arisa actually has, I think, like Arisa has 2 music videos, right? About outlining her backstory, right? So, number 1, right? So, Karen Miura was her best friend in middle school, all right? And Karen was like hella bullied, all right? She was hella bullied in middle school. It's like the whole like Sharpie on desk thing where it's like haha, fat, die, all that stuff, right? And pretty much Arisa was the only person in middle school that actually supported her, that like became her friend, right? But then when the bullying started switching to Arisa, Karen got scared of the bullying. Like, she didn't want to feel it again and pretty much, like, cut herself off from Arisa. So now Arisa was the target for bullying and Karen ditched her. Right? So she a turbo bitch. Got it?
Yeah.
So while Arisa was being bullied, right, Playboy actually asked Little Bro to watch over Arisa. So little brother over here, like, became Arisa's friend and was, like, there to support her, you know, like, making sure she wasn't lonely. And Arisa never realized, actually, that Playboy was the one that told him to watch over her. So he's actually a good person. It's just, like, he just doesn't show it, right, this whole time.
Because she's a tsundere.
Right.
They're both tsundere.
They're both tsunderes. Exactly. So anyway, so Karen actually gets, like, 3 music videos of her own. She goes to a different high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to a different high school, and she has her own Yuri arc.
Wow.
All right. So so this one's, I believe, in the music video "Ugly Creatures," right? Pretty much, Karen has a best friend in that high school, and her best friend falls in love with her, right? But Karen is straight, right? Well, she's I don't know, either lesbian or bi. I'm not too sure. Anyways. So it's actually a pretty cute story of just her just figuring out her feeling, but realizing like it's just impossible, right? And yeah, it's pretty sad too, though. And then Karen gets a boyfriend. It's like the captain of a baseball team. They don't really go into him too much, but just be aware that happened during her time in high school, right?
Okay.
And some time passes, right? And Karen originally wasn't open to dating him because she felt like she wasn't worthy of love. Because she felt really bad for ditching Arisa that time, right? But eventually she dated, right? And then they actually meet up again once both of them are dating, and like it was like a coincidental like double date thing, right? And Karen like apologizes. It's like, hey, I'm really sorry for what I did. That was a really dick move, right? I hope we can be friends again. And so they're now friends again. They're back together. You know, they're just vibing.
So what happened to the
Alright.
Yuri person then?
Yuri person only got 1 music video and never mentioned again.
God
Damn.
It was a
Never
one-shot
mentioned
wonder.
again. One shot wonder, exactly. All right, so let's update the timeline here. All right.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
So right here, so we got a new person here, and now they are the trio friend group. All right, of the first years.
All
right.
Boca is gonna
He
get his own
is dating
thing.
her. That's right. He is dating her, who's friends with Karen, who's dating a basketball team member, who also had a weird unrequited Yuri arc. Not weird, unrequited Yuri arc. Well, it was kind of weird, honestly, because like she was low key
going
like
back and forth with the weird.
no, bro. She was like no, bro. She was like this intimate, like constantly, bro. I'm like, and you're telling me you're not straight, and you're not sorry, and you're telling me you're straight? Like, hello? No wonder she was like, no wonder she liked you, bro. You're giving the craziest mixed messages. But it's whatever. You know what?
I'm straight.
Yeah.
Aren't you bi?
No.
No.
I just kissed my homies goodnight.
Okay. So, are you guys like 25% with me?
Sure.
Lovely, because I'm gonna keep going. All right.
It's a high
So,
percentage.
oh wait, is this this is the love series, right? Do I see two single people? Not you. Two single people
Damn.
right here. Damn, I think we need some new characters. All right, so this is Ryo Ogino, who is
thought you were
a
gonna say Yaoi.
hobbyist cosplayer. All right. So, pretty much, in one of like the anniversary music videos where there's like, pretty much this is like after high school graduation, the six people friend group plus Blue Eyes White Dragon, like he was literally the seventh wheel in that scenario,
Damn.
right?
Sure, damn.
There was like a whole like graduation
Technically, it
party
could be
thing.
Al.
That's right. So there was a whole graduation party thing, and then this girl randomly appears. Like, there has been no music videos. This girl randomly walks into the room, hugs him, and then confesses to him. Right?
Okay.
And then everyone was like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, who is she? Who is she? She just appeared. Like, she literally just appeared, right?
Mhm.
And then homie, like, I thought that was it, bro. Homie looked really sad. He was like, man, I'm single as fuck, but I'm happy for all my friends for finding love. And she appears out of nowhere, all right? And then don't worry, we get more information about her like 4 years later, okay? We only have a name. That's it, right? Pretty much. After high school, they graduate. He starts working at a flower shop that she also works at, all right? And pretty much they just fall in love. They get to know each other. He finds out about her cosplay hobby.
Damn, he really does
right?
look
And
like
she's
Al.
yeah, and she's
That's what I'm saying.
actually. Oh
They're
my God, you're
all
kind of right
me.
though.
Yeah, like looking
You
at
just
it.
got the blue eyes instead of the purple eyes.
Yeah, so pretty much they go to like the summer festival together. That's where he confesses and they start dating, all right? So now let's get into Yamamoto Kodai and who his girlfriend is. This is Juri Hattori, all right? And it's in the oh, by the way, the songs included in them is I Want to Cosplay and Toshino Sanante. All right?
Sure. I don't remember any of this.
Hold up. Did I do that?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's in
Oh
the
Maidens
video.
and
It's
Oath
in
of
the video.
Hearts. So that is also the music video for those. Anyways, let's keep going. So, pretty much, during high school, Yamamoto, after his
Rejection.
crush graduated, because they're third years, right? So now I think he's a second year now, right? He starts working at a cafe, right? And in the music video, the junior that resembles the person I liked, right? Pretty much, he just talks about, hey, there's this girl, like, there's this new regular at the cafe that, like, acts a lot like the girl I used to like, right? But he was thinking, it's like, I don't want to like her because she resembles someone I like. Like, that's kind of weird, right? That's not fair for her, right? But anyways, they get to know each other, and turns out Juri goes to the same high school as him. And when they realized that, Juri felt a little awkward and stopped going to the cafe and, like, avoided him a little bit. But then eventually she's like, okay, that's kind of unfair. I'm going to go back to him, right? So she meets back up with him, and they start talking about now, like, school and stuff like that. And by the end of the song, he's like, hey, this junior that resembles hey, I like this junior that resembles the person I used to like, but that's not the reason why I like them anymore, right? And so he just tells her, hey, it's like, wow, it's like, you are really cute, right? And that's it. And then she's just like, holy fuck, he just called me cute. Does he like me or something? And right? And pretty much I was told I was cute. That's another music video of Juri. And she eventually like confesses to him. They confess. And now they have found love. So let's update the timeline here. So now Blue Eyes White Dragon is now in love with blue-haired girl, with a cosplayer. And now Glasses Bang Cut has now found love with Gyaru. All right?
Sure.
Give me a second. Let me breathe.
I feel like
Because
you need to get
Judy-
a better fucking hairstyle. I'm not gonna lie.
Because the problem with this now, I need to take a break because Judy opens the can of worms. All right, because she is, I would say, the linchpin, the connection. All right,
What
that
do you mean?
connects the love series. We're going into the idol series now. So this is the second. This is the second storyline, but they really just all connect together. All right. So Jury is in her own trio friend group here. All right. So I'm gonna be adding 2 new girls here that is more included in the idol series.
You good,
All right.
Ray? You like
I'm good, I'm
hiccuping? Okay. Like, take a breather. You need to.
All right. So this is Hiyori Suzumi. All right. And she is the apprentice manager of Lip X Lip, which is a duo male idol group. All right. And
Is it
pretty
the
much
two-
what
the
happened.
two dude in that picture?
Yes, those 2
Okay.
dudes right here. And they originally weren't too keen on having her in because honestly they were kind of vibing already, right? So they didn't want some random new person to like shake the boat, right? They're like, what the fuck are you doing here and all that shit, right? But Hiri Suzumi, she just keeps working hard, all right? And Hiri, about her character, she kind of sees herself as like a side character, right? Like she doesn't see herself as like the main character. She often says, I want to be the heroine of a character, right? But like she says she's not girly enough and all that stuff, right? Now later on down the road, Hiri meets I believe his name Azumi or something like that. Honestly, I don't even remember, right? Azumi is another idol, right? And pretty much she sees him as like her prince, right? So she has like full like, oh my god, I'm the heroine, I'm the princess, he's so sweet and charming, right? So she falls in love with him and is planning to confess. This is in the music video Heroine Development Plan, right? And so Lip X Lip help her confess. She's like, oh my god, I want to confess to this boy. And then they're like, okay, we'll help you out. We'll help you out, homegirl. Right? But then they realize she's confessing to an idol, and them being idols, they're like, hold up, like pause. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. So they like stopped her from confessing to him, right? And that's pretty much how it ends.
Yeah, she also
Right?
needs to fix her eyebrows.
Real. So
Dude, he has literally lines for eyebrows.
yeah. But then in the light novel later on, she actually does confess to him. But he tells her, it's like, hey, it's like, my dream is to be an idol, so I just can't date you. And she's like, perfectly understandable. Have a nice day. Right? But later on, her childhood friend from back then, right, actually confessed to her. And also, he's low-key responsible for giving her that weird, like, oh, I'm too tomboy to be a princess, right, kind of complex, right? But that's like as a childhood friend. But whatever. Anyways, he confesses to her, right? But pretty much, she like kind of torments over it because she's like really busy and she actually doesn't really know how she feels about him, right? Because she never expected something like that. But then in the end, she does reject him because she feels like she isn't ready for a relationship. She's like busy with like manager work and all that stuff, right? So that's a whole thing, right? That's pretty much how it goes. Now then, let's talk about Lip X Lip, all right? So we have Aizo Shibasaki and Yujiro Someya, all right? These are the 2 members of Lip X Lip, all right? And we get to know them through like a couple music videos for each of them. Number 1, Aizo Shibasaki is actually Playboy's big brother, all right? And pretty much their parents divorced because their mom cheated on her husband, right? Or on their dad, right? And so they divorced. And Aizo originally really doesn't like his big brother because, you know, his playboy personality is like reminding him of like his mom and like why the family broke up, right? But they do get along. They in the end they do care for each other, but that's like a music video, right? Yujiro Someya, he like married into a really like rich family, right? But he got disowned by like his stepdad because like he wanted to become an idol instead of like a traditional dancer, right? Or like just traditional. Right?
Uh-huh.
And a lot of their backstories and like all of these storylines are really run through
The fuck?
in Heroines Run the Show. They have a full 13-episode anime about them, right? And I think in a music video like last month, there was a chance that a third LipXLip member was going to be joining because they started to... The Aizo and Yumea was starting to not get along, so they thought they needed a third member, right? But later on, it was broken, right? But it's just good to note because maybe one day we'll meet this character again, right? They always do that. It's like a random side character, and suddenly they get their own music video. Like, that's a totally thing that could happen, all right? Now then, next character is Chizuru Nakamura, all right?
look,
It's the
it's the
friend
song
groups
that I
between
know.
them. That's exactly. She's pretty popular now because of the song Kawaikute Gomen. All right? So, pretty much, she looks like a pretty bland girl in high school, but out of school, she's actually a super cute maid girl in like a maid cafe, right? And she is a super duper fan of Blonde Boy from LipXLip. All right?
God
She's like a
damn.
huge super duper
That's
fan,
like
right?
stalker vibe almost.
And I think from you can tell she got really jealous from her best friend getting the manager role and pretty much acting like super comfy with them, right? Because she idolizes LipXLip, right? She went through a lot. She was like sexually harassed. Her self-esteem is like down in the dumps, right? But like the blonde guy from LipXLip was like the reason why she was able to like pick herself back up, right? So seeing her best friend treating them like they're just like some normal dudes and sometimes like to me like, oh my God, they're so gross sometimes or whatever. Like, oh, they're sometimes mean, right? She's like, how dare you say that about them? My gods, right? Kind of a thing, right? But
Like
eventually,
their idols.
yeah, exactly, right? Like she knew her idols personally and she was so mad about that. Like, hello? It's like, why are you treating them so comfily, right? But anyways, they made up. Right? And oh, by the way, LipXLip go to the same high school as them right now. All right?
that's
So
all
that's
good.
a thing that's happening. So she is actually going to the same high school as her Oshi, right? Do I want a romance arc? Probably not. It's the Idol series, but you know, it's pretty cool. Anyways, another primary character of the Idol series is Mona Narumi. And Mona Narumi is pretty popular. I'm sure you guys probably know the song Fansa,
No.
right? Watashi manate moto da 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 kete moto. I don't know if you know that song. You guys don't know that song?
No.
Damn, for a Hololive fan, I told you that you would know it at least. Oh,
No.
God damn.
That doesn't
Okay,
mean I
well,
listen
it's-
to every song.
Sounds familiar.
It's like a cover song. It's probably one of her most popular. I think it is her most popular song. It's like super duper popular. Anyways, Mona has like 25 music. By the way, so LipXLip has, I'd probably say also maybe like 15 music
Holy
videos
shit.
and like albums, right? A lot of them are a little less story, just more like release songs. Like these, you know, they're like actual like idols, so they just release songs, right?
Oh.
So that's like a thing. And Mona has like 25. Right? And pretty much it's like a full
And this
outline.
is all under Honeyworks' fucking thing.
Exactly, yes.
Holy
Right?
shit. What the fuck?
So Mona begins out like, so all the music videos are like, it starts off like Mona just being a normal girl wanting to become an idol, and it like it just shows a full progression of her like arc of like becoming of fulfilling her dream and like performing on bigger and bigger stages. So it's really sweet. Mona's very cool.
This
Right,
bitch
Mona's
had a
story is
song
very
released
cool.
5 days ago on YouTube. I just listened
Yeah.
to this.
I didn't.
I've
And
been
then-
listening to Honeyworks in the background the whole
And
time.
Mona is the
Doing my
little
research.
sister of Natsumi Narumi, but the actor model girl, right?
Who?
Um,
Acting model girl?
boom, Narumi Sena. There you go.
Oh.
Clicking through everything.
I'm like, who?
Jesus Christ.
Come on, pay attention, guys. Obviously, it's Narumi Sena. So they're actually sisters. There's actually I think like 4 or 5 music videos that just talk about how good, how like amazing sisters they are. It's like super wholesome. It's like the big sister is just really happy that her sister is achieving her dream, and the little sister is just grateful that like her big sister found a boyfriend and is just like living a happy life. So
Dude, you need to fix your hiccup, man.
LipXLip. So in the beginning of her idol journey, here's a little bit of a connection to LipXLip. Pretty much, Mona met blue-haired guy from LipXLip, right?
Uh-huh,
And
true.
he just gave her the nastiest side glare and straight up told her, "What are you doing here?" Right? And that absolutely destroyed her because he was actually one of her role models, right? But instead of letting that crush her, right, she decided to like persevere, get better and better, right? And later on, it's like clarified that it turns out he was just very sleep deprived and literally couldn't recognize her because like she was so new. He's like, wait, it's like, what are you doing here? Like it was literally just that.
Like, who are
But
you?
she took it the wrong way, right? Like who are you, right? But anyways, but since then, because of that, she kind of has like a rivalry against them because instead of being like kind of like a coworker, she sees them more as like kind of like a rival, like someone to beat, right? So there's a little more of like a rivalry growing on. I wouldn't say they have beef with each other; they don't really hate each other, but you know, there's like a little bit like this getting they're very competitive against each other. So, with all that being said, let's update the timeline.
God,
All right.
fucking damn.
So what we got here? All right. So we got manager girl that had unrequited love with Asuka, and Asuka, right, was part of an idol group called Ascana, right, with Kanata, right. These two, I think, have like three. I think they released an EP for these two. I think it's like 3 songs. They have 3 songs under their belt, like legit, right. I don't think they
Sure.
go too much into their story. They're just songs, right. It's literally just immersion. Like, oh my god, immersion. That idol band actually has songs released, right? And anyways, so, and then she is the manager of Lip X Lip, right? And Lip X Lip is kind of like has a rivalry scene with this like this orange striped dot line with Mona. And Mona is
Well, there's
the
only
little
2, the
sister.
Blue hair dude.
What?
Not really. I said she only has a rifle with the blue hair dude, not blonde hair.
Huh? Oh no, she just kind of like dislikes Lip X Lip as a whole.
Okay.
She's like, she made them like their rivals, and then he had kind of an unrequited love with her, but she didn't. She never said she like doesn't like him, but
Yeah.
it's more of a she isn't ready for a relationship. So this could be argued a little bit, right? But this is pretty much what the timeline looks like now. All right, guys.
I'm already
And
confused.
you know what we need, guys. You know what we need right now, guys.
More people.
That's right. Another love story. Let's go. All right. So this is Minami, who is part of the same talent agency as Mona. All right. Just a reminder, Mona is the little sister here. All right.
Sure.
Pretty much the first music video, and he is in love with Nakuru. Right. And the first music video is literally just like your average rom-com love story between them. But in the end, it's revealed that it was just like an Instagram, like romance, like music video, kind of like advertising. They were just 2 actors, right? But they kind of like acted lovey-dovey for like a week. And he ended up catching feelings while she didn't, right? And so that was a whole thing, right? And that was in BeiBei Love, all right?
What do you
And
mean?
in another song, 1% Lover, he actually confesses to her, right? But she reveals, like, I'm sorry, I'm actually in a relationship with someone, right? And so that happened. However, in 1% Lover, there was actually a couple hints that Nakuru was actually being physically and emotionally abused by her boyfriend. So that was like a whole thing, right? Honestly, 1% Lover made me really
Wow.
depressed because once it first released, right, we don't know the ending to the story yet, right? So I just thought it ended like that. And I'm just like, dog, what the fuck? That's so fucked, right? But anyways, pretty much later on, he finds out that she's being abused and he confronts her boyfriend, right? After kind of like he convinces her to like break up with him and just get out of the way, right? You know, just supporting her being a homeboy. And then her boyfriend beats him up because of that. All right. But she finally like cut ties with everything, right? And she's like, oh, it's like, you know what? She's like, hey, it's like this guy's actually a really good person. Like I want to pursue a relationship, right? And Minami in like Can I Confess to You and Boyfriend Requirements, right? Those are music videos, right? He felt like he wasn't really worthy to be her boyfriend yet. Because she's
After
just
that
more
beating.
experienced in like, yeah. She's like more experienced in like relationships, right? Just like the showbiz, just like in general. She's just more experienced. I feel like it wasn't better for her. But eventually, in the end, they do get together. And it's just a little happy story. All right. Now, to tie back to the big ass like tangle of like web lines, not mine, but the one in the beginning, right? I'll just explain this stuff. So there's an idol group called
fuck is
Dolce.
this?
It's just a band of cat boys, right? Literally
Okay.
not connected to anything related to the Love Exact community. They just exist. They have like their own little storyline, just no interactions.
There's
The
some
only
weird
reason
furry
we know
stuff.
they are, yeah, the only reason why we know they're in the same universe is because pretty much there's kind of like an idol group competition concert thing, right? And like Dolce was mentioned, right? Dolce was mentioned, and like in Dolce, like they had their own like mentions of like the other idols, so we know it's in the same universe, but they kind of have their own story going on, right? I'll speedrun it. It's only in light novel, so I don't know too much about it honestly, but pretty much there's like these two high schoolers. They go to the same high school as them, right? She likes him, he likes her, but they're like not related. You know, they're not
In
in a
relationship.
dating exactly, right?
I
And
was
then
hoping the pink-haired one was a man.
and then one of the Dolce members likes him, but he doesn't like them back, right? And then and then her friend, right, is a huge fan of the pink girl, right?
Wait, I thought
But
you said they were Catboy.
Yeah.
Huh?
False
Pink
advertisement.
cat boy. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Pink cat boy. All right. However, she ends up like meeting Sara, right? And then they end up dating. They ended up liking each other a lot, right? However, Dolce, it's kind of sad a little bit, but in the light novel, Dolce just like isn't as popular as like the rest of them. They're a little more on the niche side of things, so they don't win the idol competition, right? And they're just a little bummed about that. But whatever. Anyways, in the top right corner, there's another band called Full Throttle, right? Full Throttle, I think, has like 5 songs. 5 songs underneath them. We don't know too much about their backstories. Like, we've seen like their families a little bit, right? But they're just kind of like another, not necessarily antagonist, right? But they're kind of like the strong competitor to Dolce, right? Just because they're more popular, they're more mainstream, right? But yeah, they're their own idol group that like exists, right? They're like friends with a couple people, but like it's nothing like insane, right? Now then, let's do speed run. Like all of these guys have only like 1 or 2 music videos. Pretty much, Senna, the Narumi sisters, right? You know, the idol Mona and Narumi, right? Their parents get 2 music videos, right? And then there's Kobayashi. This is pretty much like how they met and why they got married. Anyways, Kobayashi. Kobayashi is like this one recurring character you'll see in every single Mona music video, right? And for the longest time, we literally only knew him as Kobayashi. Like we didn't know anything else about him. But he got like a music video to, like just for him, and it just explains like how like you know his life's been like kind of boring, but ever since meeting Mona, he's like been a supporter and everything like that, right? Next, we have Asuna, right, which is another solo idol similar to Mona, right? And she is a turbo bitch, all right? Pretty much Asuna is like very, very crazy. She like craves attention, right? She like craves attention and just like really wants like everybody to look at her, right? And she like hates hate comments, bro. She's like, I fucking kill him, bro, and shit like that, right? She got so competitive that during one of the idol kind of like competitions or shows, she tore up Mona's idol costume like right before just so she could have a leg up on her, right?
Damn.
So that's the thing that happened, right? So let's add on to the timeline here, folks. All right, so what we got here, right? We have Asuna right here being antagonistic towards Mona. We got their parents here represented with a pink box. This gray line represents that they're in the same agency, and Minami is now dating her, right? Over here, we got Full Throttle in a little bubble, and we got Dolce also in a little bubble, right? Technically, I could add he is like a fan of Full Throttle, but literally it does not matter, right? So I'm not including it, right? But, you know, like once you look at this, it's starting to make sense. Oh, yeah, that's right. And there's Kobayashi, who's an Oshi where she is an Oshi for him, in the same way that, like, Glasses Girl is Oshi is blonde guy
The
from
two
Lip
glasses
X Lip.
people should get together.
But that's right. But yeah, that's actually really sweet because at the end of the music video, Kobayashi mentions like oh I wrote a letter. It's like to Mona, just like a fan letter, right? And then at the time, Mona was like still small and she was struggling to like believe she's like she's good enough to be an idol. And then Kobayashi's letter was the one that like pretty like influenced her a lot to keep going. Like right? Because like it was one of like her first fan letters, right? So it was really sweet, right? You know, it's just like a really cute like Oshi. So anyways, this is a little time skippy, but pretty much as we go along, we actually get some marriage music videos, right? Just straight up them actually marrying, right? So like, look at that. They actually have a child, right? Like they just straight up have a child, right? They're married. They're married. They're married, right? They're married.
Yeah, the
So,
dead
like-
brother.
Exactly. Like literally, I think
Holding
like a
my
week,
head.
literally a week ago, like we got a new music video about her. But if you check the credits, like in the YouTube description, you see her first name and his last name. Like they never had a marriage music video. Like that's how they dropped it, right?
They
And
literally
then
just
they
say,
had,
"Here
I
you
think, a
go."
marriage music video like a month ago, right? They had a marriage music video like a while ago, and like this one happened, I think, like 6 months ago or something. And this one's kind of cute just because, like, you know, he just like brought his like big brother to like his wedding, right? Like in a sense through spirit, right?
Yeah.
And he's just here.
Yeah, what's his girlfriend?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
just
yep.
there.
As I said, they got married, right?
Mhm.
And so, right here, there's a lot of ways you can consume it, right? This is the webtoon I mentioned, Watashi Idol Sengen, right? There's 5 anime series here from the Honeyworks, right? There's the light novel series, right, which is like 10 books, right? And there's the Honeyworks YouTube channel, Honeyworks Official, right? And there's also Chico with Honeyworks, right?
Mhm.
So, now let's break this down. I think you guys will literally understand everything now. These guys were family, and this will add some extra info, right? So these guys in the same agency, apparently, I don't know where they got this information. These guys are in the same high school. So Karen and Mona are actually in the same high school. I didn't know that. I don't know where they got that information. All right. And there's Ascana, right? These 3 are friend groups. And then like Nagisa has like his own thing. Ruin's here, right? They're part
Nagisa?
of the gardening club. This is a friend group, right? This is the family. This is the family, right? This is the friend group, right? You know, all these part of the film club. This guy died, who's friends with this guy, who's friends with this guy, right? And Midori's just kind of here, who's dating Senna. You guys are trying to get it now, right?
No, who are these people?
But you see,
We're talking about Hololive, right?
yeah. But yeah, so now,
At least Hololife's more understandable than this.
Is it?
so,
Yeah.
you know, like, now that I've broken it down to you guys, do you guys, like,
What's
slightly understand what the fuck is going on with Honeyworks?
Yeah, it's essentially the little fake
It's like a Marvel
rom-com
thing.
that happened in Oshinoko, but expanded upon drastically.
That's a pretty, yeah.
I
It's like
guess.
a full dude. It's like if the Earth only had like 50 characters, bro. Like every character knows every character.
It's like a fucking village.
Yeah.
And everyone
the
knows everyone.
Yeah, the sample size is so small. Everybody is related to everybody in some sort of way, right? Like I dropped some characters. Like she has a father, right? That like shows up in like 2 manga panels. Like that's it, right?
Damn.
Like why is he in there? Like I have no clue. They just name dropped him, right? They just name dropped him, right? Like these guys are literally unrelated to it, right? Apparently, like in like a little like extra like introduction thing, they mention like who their favorite band is. So apparently this guy's a big fan of them. Like just dropped it. It's like, okay, that's technically a connection, but I'm not gonna add it in, right? And like I'm not even gonna group them by like their high school, bro. Like so these guys are in one high school together. Oh, including Lip X Lip, including them,
Yeah.
and this one.
You're just
These
confusing.
3 are part of the same high. You know, it's like it's like that's everyone's included in everything. But yeah, thank you. So that's pretty much that's technically the end of what is going on currently, right? More Honeyworks videos are still coming out, and I think the light novel series is still going,
God damn.
right? So there's
Why
like
are
more
there dogs?
information.
Why are there
right
dogs
here.
and cats?
So in the music videos that relate to Full Throttle, apparently, like their dogs like matter.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's one deceased statue.
That's right. Oh yeah, the
Actually,
the
yeah,
dog
Brusted is
died.
gonna explain it all, and there's literally characters that were not mentioned.
Yeah.
I feel lied to.
That's because they're unimportant. No, actually, no. I mentioned like everybody except the dogs, I
Wow.
guess.
Yeah.
You didn't
And
talk
the
about
cat.
dogs.
Oh, my bad. The dog and the cat.
Yeah, the most
I mentioned
important.
everybody else. This is their mom, and this is the dad that disowned them. This is mom that married into the family. Oh, that's right.
That's
Yujiro has like a
everyone's
little
mom?
brother. There's like, they don't
The
talk
fuck?
about him honestly. Yeah,
Had a little brother
I've
that
totally
didn't
forgot.
you know.
Dude, they like
I talked about
revealed that
everyone,
he had.
you know, except for
Dude,
the
they revealed
dogs,
he had
the
a
cat,
brother
this little
like 2
brother,
months
this
ago.
person's mom.
And
Like
who's
they
the
revealed he had a
two-
brother like 2 months ago, bro.
who's
It
the
was like
two-person
wild.
That's like under full throttle.
Oh, them?
Yeah.
You'll see it in the anime, but they're like managers.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, so
You
does everything
didn't
make sense
mention
now,
them
guys?
all.
Hey, I told you guys that it would make sense.
You said it would all make sense.
It would all
It
okay,
does
my
not.
bad, my bad. Let me explain it. Okay, so this guy appears like in like cameos and music videos, right? But you'll see her a lot in the anime. She's just the manager, and she's the president of Lip X Slip. All right, Kuro is just a cat of like the Shibasaki family, right? Sumeya
the
family, which is
Shibasaki?
Yujiro's family, just has a dog. Full
Who's the
Throttle, he has a dead
Shibasaki?
dog. That's apparently important to his like his story, right?
Their cat naming
Apparently, he
seems
has
a
an uncle
little
and niece. I'm
racist.
not going to talk about it because like we literally only see their face and like that's it.
Who is
They don't even talk about them.
Shibasaki?
Huh? That's their last name.
Of who?
Huh? Playboy and Blonde Boy from Lip X Slip.
Oh.
All
That's
right.
the mom.
That's right, and that's their mom that cheated.
Where's the dad then?
Huh? Never revealed. He just
Oh.
doesn't exist.
It was me.
Damn, you got
My
cheated
wife
on.
cheated on me.
Yeah, and you can see this, right? It makes sense. This is Kobayashi, right?
That's Kobayashi?
Yeah, it's Kobayashi. But yeah. So,
Where's the dragon?
any questions, everyone? Does this
Shut
all make
the
sense now,
fuck.
right?
Hold on, I didn't walk over here.
I'm surprised Ray didn't catch what I said.
No.
I didn't hear it.
That's a dragon.
What the fuck? What the hell?
When you say Kobayashi, I was like, where's the dragon?
Was the wagon? But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire Honeyworks storyline.
Mhm,
Where we're at
mhm.
so far. So let's review, guys. So from slide 1, all right? No, I'm kidding.
Anyways,
Yeah.
in summary, the whole presentation.
In
So
summary,
yeah, in
I do
summary,
not
honestly-
remember anything.
It's okay. Honeyworks
I
is
did
just
that
like
in
this
school
whole.
one time.
It's like this whole thing, bro. It's just like this weird convoluted.
I feel
just
like I would need
everyone
like a
likes people.
whole year to understand this.
But yeah, pretty
I
much
think you need
they
a
like
whole
each other.
lifetime, a
There's like
whole Ray
unrequited
lifetime.
love. More people like each other. There's more unrequited love. These two people like each other just cause. People like
There's
each
that
other
weird
again,
Yuri
but
arc.
like there's like friends who like other arc with the Yuri arc, right? Just
Where was the
because they
Yaoi
can't have
arc, though?
anybody that's single except you. Since they can't have anybody that's single, right? They just have to add like new romantic interest for them. And
Mhm.
she's a connection to like the Idol series that just includes all of these idols with like
technically
fans
there
and working
still
hard.
is some people
right?
that are single.
Yeah. And then they realize, like, you know
Me.
what? There's no love
Yeah.
in the Idol series, right? So let's just
My
add
wife
this, like,
left
own
me.
subplot that, like,
Of
exists.
love.
And then it's like, you know what? Let's create a new light novel series where there's more love that's, like, unrelated to the entire storyline. Let's add a new
Can we get a
band, because
Yaoi
why not?
series?
And it's like, wait, you're telling me their parents don't have their own convoluted backstory? Hello? So they added these parents. This guy has a dad and mom, right? That, like, they talk about. And it's like, what? And then there's like this random side character that they gave a music video to. So now I have to add him to the storyline. Asuna has one music video that just fucking happens, bro. She's just name dropped. And so we add these things. And then now they get married and now there's a child. Do I need to add the child? Right? And then, yeah, it's just like so many things to catch up on. It's I really enjoy just like Honeyworks Really makes me feel very invested.
Enjoy?
I'm very I'm very
thing that says
invested.
unknown, like under the friends circle. Is it
Unknown.
unknown?
It's kind of how they feel about them is unknown. Like I mentioned it here, where it's like technically she never like said she doesn't like him. She just said she wasn't ready for a relationship, right? So we don't know if she likes him, right? Because she never said she doesn't like him, right? It was just like hey, I'm not ready. And when this diagram was made, originally we only knew Rio just like confessed to him, and that's it. But now we know she likes her
Did you make
back.
this diagram?
No. I pulled it
Are
from
you sure?
the
Because this seems like your random brain scribblings.
No,
Man,
no,
you
no,
know,
no. I
honestly, it
pulled it
might be
out-
more controlled.
I pulled it up from the internet, looked at it for a second. It's like, you know what? All of this makes sense. I'll use this as my guideline. Right?
What?
What, you're telling me this doesn't
So you're
make
stealing
sense
someone
after
else's
I told you guys?
presentation?
Huh? No.
Did you even
I-
make this presentation?
I broke it down. I made this
I bet you
presentation,
didn't even
guys.
draw this
I
art.
worked. I worked very. I didn't. I didn't draw
I'm
the art,
outta here.
obviously.
Yeah.
But hey,
Bye,
guys,
Al.
I broke it down for you guys. I broke this down step by step. Does this not make sense to you guys?
Nope. That's what Al left us.
In what world?
But yeah, you know that's the conclusion of my presentation. You know, guys.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's been. I'm gonna close this. We're now gonna be in the depths. But yeah. So I hope you guys are now encouraged. Though
We're in the void
genuinely,
now.
yeah, genuinely, Honeyworks' music is really good, right? And like you don't have to understand all of this plot stuff. Like each of them have their own like standalone story.
It's Godzilla.
Like it's not like the it's not like the Marvel Cinematic Universe where you need to watch other music videos to enjoy it like to the max, right? You can just you can just like listen to the music and just enjoy it, right? You don't have to worry about anything else.
Okay.
Al, sit back down. Pay
So-
attention.
Are we ending then?
I don't know. You know, it's just like thoughts. Honestly, I highly recommend, you know, like watch the anime. You don't have to watch it in order either. Just like watch it as you go along if you like it. If you're like invested in the story. Honeyworks, the YouTube channel has playlists, right, of like the whole thing that you can watch if you want. And
Yeah.
it's just fun. I don't know, guys. Like, also you should like
Where
definitely
the fuck
watch
did Al go?
Here Fan-san.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Here I stand.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're pretty much done. I just wanted to like, I've always wanted to make the slide, so I just needed to like just like break it down for you guys 'cause it makes so much sense, right?
Mhm.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
The first
Oh,
half
my
makes like
shade-
a lot
you
of
know what?
sense.
I
But yeah.
can't get rid of my shades.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So
Yeah, they're on my hair.
Sweet. All right.
who are
I mean,
we
yeah,
going?
we
Who are
can wrap
we
it.
shouting out today?
So who do we like?
Honeyworks, Chico, check them out. YouTube channel at the description down below.
I don't think Honeyworks needs any more help, bro.
Yeah.
You're probably right. I mean, technically, Honeyworks has their own VTuber agency. if you
Oh
don't know.
my
What?
god.
Yeah.
Let's join.
Can we even join? Aren't they
Let's
technically all
become
JP?
Corpo. I'm basically
swore
like
they had
5 of
their
their
own
characters
VTuber.
already. Come
In
on.
their fucking universe.
Yeah, Honeyworks have their own VTubers,
Oh my god.
which is like Ace Class. There you go. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're still up though. I'm gonna be so for real. I know they exist, but I have not like checked up on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's a thing that's happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Anyways, who we chatting at?
Yeah.
Who are we shouting at? I don't know. Well, was I supposed to do that?
Yes.
Oh goddamn. Fuck. Shout out to why not JoJo?
Ooh.
JoJo Bean. She was a homie. She helped me out in like my initial times of VTuber streaming.
Mm.
Right, she was really cool.
Does she go on Bizarre Adventures?
Yes, absolutely. She absolutely goes on bizarre adventures.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I think
she
I've
was really
played games
cool.
with JoJo
She was one
before,
of like
too.
the first people I collabed with.
Mm.
Right.
Damn,
So-
man, we weren't the
Yeah, she was
first.
really cool. No. Who was the first? Oh, I remember. It was Honestly, it's been so long, I don't remember. I'm horrible now.
You're
I
horrible.
think I was
Actually, no,
first
it was
out of
Kikomi-san. I remember now. It was Kikomi-san.
I think we
don't know if she
collabed
streams
before you
anymore,
collabed
though.
with Hua.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think me and Ray collabed before I even met Al.
Yeah,
That
but I
is
think
correct.
I collabed with Ray before he collabed with you. And therefore,
You're a better
I
fan.
have a bigger head. Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
what
I
it
think that
means.
is true. Yeah. I think I collabed with Al, and was it Cuckoo and then Hua? I think,
I don't know.
And then we all
don't think-
played the forest.
and then we
Yep.
all played the forest. I remember that.
That's the timeline. Put that on a chart.
Yeah. We
Maybe
have
I
collab.
will.
The Scuff Friends timeline.
But yeah, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
My voice is so tired. I went on a full tangent.
Yep.
You did not breathe.
Yeah, you really didn't.
For
You
like
also
an
had
hour.
a hiccup a couple times. I'm like, yo,
I'm gonna be
breathe.
guys. I literally ate Chipotle and drank a Mexican cola right before coming here.
Oh my god.
I had roommates
yeah,
talking in the background.
Send us
so
out.
if there's
Ray,
any time
you
I look upset,
You haven't sent us out yet.
Sign us out. Oh my god, I have to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Smash that like button. Ring that notification bell. What else? Subscribe. Follow all of ours. Right? I don't stream anymore. You don't have to follow mine. I'm gonna be
his
so for
mic,
real.
bro. Help his
No,
mic.
he peaked so hard.
Yeah, and then I want you guys to. No, that's not. You know, I want you guys to like, yeah, just like, yeah, follow along. You know, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I
And
hope
you
I
want Ray
hope
to get back.
I genuinely hope anyone that watches that this does not deter you away from the Honeyworks, right? Please just enjoy the music. You don't have to understand the story. A lot of people, if you look at Reddit, they're like, as long as you don't pay attention to the story, you'll thoroughly enjoy Honeyworks. Like that's an opinion that exists, and I think is totally valid. So like, please listen, and that's it.
I
Alright,
started
that's
stuttering.
it.
He can't help
That's
it. It's not his fault.
Yeah,
He's just a little guy.
Are you bullying my disability? I'm kidding. I don't have a
He's
disability.
just a silly little guy.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Look
that's
at
it.
him.
All right, we can end. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.